I'm back. We're gonna talk about it today. I got some riding to do. Y'all know what I do when I be doing my little food shopping. I haven't did my ride and talk with y'all. And I wanted to talk about this DEI. Let's have this conversation, guys. Yes. We only here gonna talk about things that's gonna stimulate your mind. We can crack jokes a little bit, but yeah, we got to do it. We have to do it. So y'all did see what I put on my page the other day. Friday, Black America is planning to boycott, okay? So I'm not saying run to the stores right now and go get all these things from them same stores. I'm just telling you, for the people who are, are down for the cause, make sure you get ready because this is going to be a long fight. So because of the DEI initiative from our current administration and basically the dismantling of our system in many ways, people are calling for a boycott. And what I have been noticing and paying attention, because I do pay attention to stocks and everything, yes, you should be paying attention too. Target is not doing so well at all. Target is not doing well at all. Their stocks has dropped at least 5% since the announcement, and I think it's going down even faster. I do think that it is very important that we the people stand up for our rights, and in this particular stance, black people, we love to protest, so we're going to be taking the lead in this particular situation. One of the posts, someone had put under the post that they appreciate me putting the Black History thing up there every day, because they see that as important, but something to the nature that they don't see color. I'm gonna need y'all to stop playing with me. I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to wipe off what God put on this God green earth just for you could be fake woke and fake politically correct and hide your inner emotions. Knock it off. I see color. Because you see color does not mean that you hate. You need to, please, we're going to have them real talk, because I love to see color. I love to see diversity. I love to see different ethnicities, different cultures. I love their food. I love what it looks like. It looks different in every place. Puerto Rico have their own culture. You got, you even go into Irish areas. They have their own culture, own food, own cuisines. So if you take race out and culture, what are we going to have? Stop playing with me. Don't make, because people love their culture and what they grew up in, make it as a hate thing and downgrade your own. It don't downgrade nobody else's culture. For black people to say, our life matter. We have been destroyed since we've been stolen and bore here, our ancestors. We have not had a level playing ground, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you feel. And we can smile and laugh and joke. You better be glad we can smile and laugh and joke to the level of how can I say, destruction that we have felt. And that was directly rooted at looking at a specific color. So knock it off. Do not do that to yourself, because I'm going to have to just literally just, tell the truth. We all contribute to society. Very special. We are very special and we're very unique. We are very special and very unique. There was a reason why they did DEI. Because if they did not only would have been massive of people, even Caucasian, which they call white trash, the undesirables, get it messed up. Do your history. And that's not being disrespectful, and that's not being whatever. That is the truth. That's what they call them, the undesirable, the white trash. They were being treated just like us while we were in slavery, after emancipation and before the emancipation. So with that goes to say, there are divisions in our society that we need to address. Now, how it makes you feel, that's your own thing. You have to work towards that. But some of these divisions work for us and work against us. As I tell you, division of separate cultures, different ethnicities, bringing melting pot of experiences, history, art, all types of stuff. So if we do away with having these different cultures, we will have nothing creative. We would have nothing creative. DEI was not only set in place to bring other ethnicities into this market, because our founding fathers, when you read the Constitution, it was not written for people of color. It was written to set up the establishment of the United States, kind of like a business. If you read the Constitution, it's literally set up. That's how you set up a business. Like, read it. In a Declaration of Independence, read it. It was set up to create this nation, to bring funds, to make it a great nation. Okay, all right. And at that time, the people who came here, who came to this land and obtained it from the Native Americans, they were from Great Britain. They were from a place that even did genocide on them because they weren't part of the desirables. This separation came trickling down in America from the beginning. Okay, let's remember that. So after a while, they knew, our founding fathers knew that, one, they could not continue to go down the route of having racial inequality, even though other nations had stopped the bullshit. They kept doing it here. Even as we showed you on the Forgotten Archives, 80 years after the slave was free, they were still under like a apartheid here in the South. Okay, they were under black codes, for real. So to continue to try to say, I don't say color, I think that's very disrespectful to black people. I think that's very condescending, and that's a way to disregard our history. A person like me, I will never go with the status quo to make you comfortable because your ancestors' history is messed up. We all got it. My ancestors' history is messed up, and we talk about that. Talk about it from a spiritual realm. But I, myself, knowing that my ancestors' history was messed up, I am taking the steps to move forward to correct that by way of prayers, lifestyle changes, and breaking generational curses, and having different perspective in how we approach our family and how we love and what is, the foundations of our nation. That's how I'm correcting the generational curses that's within my family. And I think that the Caucasian nation believes that they can sweep it under the rug and act like it didn't happen and dismantle many systems as though we're going to forget. I will never let you forget. I will never let no one change the tone and say how I should think. Wait, this is the new age. No, it's not going to be like that, because they're slowly but surely wiping away our history. They're slowly but surely moving on to wipe away your history. That's why I say what happened to black people happened to y'all next. So now we got black people all on TikTok everywhere, just literally like, hey, you're getting what you asked for. You asked for this man, and he literally took away programs from you that you needed. Okay? I.e., and I keep saying rural areas because I make a deep connection with the rural areas. I always find some people from rural areas of Caucasian nations that we just love on each other. Like, my baby patient is in a rural area. Okay, mom has 5 kids. 3 of them are, 5. 3 of them have medical issues. Like, you can see them. If we didn't have DEI and programs that help reach out to that community, like I said, a nurse like me would have never been able to get up there and be there for that child who is bedbound. That mom has to, that's where her property's at. That's where she lived and grew. That's where she chooses to live. So these programs don't only just hit black people, but I do believe that we're going to continue to stand up like we do. Shout out to Jasmine, Jasmine Quartet. Sorry, I keep saying her last name wrong. But the Democrat representative, she is standing up. And I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but she is standing up and saying the right things. That there is a constitution that we have to follow. the founding fathers did have an idea of how the system was supposed to work. And once we get back to the Constitution and they start fighting it, we're going to get back to the ideas of the founding fathers. And I want you guys to be aware, black people, you're going to realize that the founding fathers originally established this nation not for us. But that's a whole nother story. That's something that we have to continue to face and live with, why people of other nations says, I don't see color. But then when you go into their organizations, we're being judged, we're being kept at bay and controlled. I told you that. I told you that even me as a registered nurse. If I didn't continue to demonstrate the skills and the diversity and the know-how that I have as a traveler nurse, I would have never made it through getting to the ICU, the neuro ICU. As a full-time worker, as a regular nurse, when I first started, I was being held at bay in med surg because I didn't fit the look. I didn't fit what the system wanted me to look like or behave or say or sound like. Yes, I've been going through it for a long time, and that's why I have that like, I don't care. I'm gonna be me. God made me special. He made us all special. He all made us have a calling and a part to this nation or wherever we're at. So what you're seeing happening now is these companies who think that they're just going to go with the status quo, with the rich and elite, which is not more than 2 or 3% of our population, they're going to be suffering the consequences. They're suffering the Target is suffering right now. And I do support on Friday that we have a blackout. I have no problem, because half of those places I don't even shop at. And Target is one of them, because I know Target doesn't have love for us. That was just something that I always felt. I don't shop at Walmart. If I do go, it has to be something that I'm looking for, like ink or something like that. And I try to be preventative and go buy my stuff before, because Walmart is weird as hell. They price gouge. They have done a lot of crazy things to their customers, got customers locked up because they don't want to hire real human beings to be cashiers and have computers not being able to capture pictures correctly, and those people are getting locked up, getting cops coming to their door because of the practices of these big corporations. Oh, they need to be protest more than, way before this. They had practices that was outrageous from the beginning, that was totalitarian to us. So right now, basically what these companies are saying is that, okay, it's cool, you hire who you want to, but when America does that, usually the minorities and the people of color are locked out, because the trading system and the economic system is already locked down and controlled by the European markets, which is Caucasian people. You can do the math. How many black-owned businesses is multi-billion-dollar industries? We don't have it. And it's not because we're dumb. It's literally because we're locked out of markets. Even, it is not a joke. Even when I was doing hair, I used to do hair, and I'm like, hey, maybe we could just start selling products and doing that type of stuff back in the day. When I went to go do business with people of the Chinese nation, they wasn't willing to give me, a black girl from Newark, hardly no information about their products, about where I can get it wholesale, excuse me, and things like that. We are severely locked out the market, no matter how much people want to be colorblind. I live it. We live it. I know you guys do, but you try to pretend that it's not you. That's not what's happening, but it is. So at this point, I really do think that at this second time around is going to be amazing. You know why it's going to be amazing? Because the first time when Trump, is going to be hard as hell, though. It's going to be fucking hard. It's going to be a problem. The first time when Trump came into office, it woke a lot of black people up, people of color, to start their own business. We started businesses like boom, boom, boom. And do know statistically, black women has started the most businesses in the United States and has the highest level of education. Boom. And that is the truth. They see color in that statistic, but we still are not the richest. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that systematically something is going on to stop the upliftment of black women, which is directly connected to black children, black men. Oh, we're not even going to talk about the systematic destruction against black men. And you want us to continue to say, no, we're colorblind. Don't say that. It's a diverse world. Knock it off, because when God do make his judgment, he's going to judge you on your heart. And that's real. So everything you pretend that was not in it is going to come to color. It's going to come to the surface. And 9 out of 10, a lot of the things that's in your heart is based on how social norms, based on how you was raised. Slavery was only 3 generations away. My grandmother, when she was coming from Haiti, the emancipation and the emancipation of the slaves happened just a couple of years prior. And she when she was born in Haiti. But my mother was, like 1944, when she was born. That's when they had just around that time did the Emancipation and Proclamation to release the slaves. So I really find it highly disrespectful for anyone to come in my comments or even say to me, I didn't see color. Black people basically need to get over it. That's what you're saying. And I will not let you. I will not let you do it at all, because we will not get over it until we are systematically honored and also allowed in this system, because it is about allowance. You think that you're going to be, oh, we free, we can do, no you can't. No you can't. No you can't. They still pick and choose. Let me give you an example. I got to tell y'all, because shit is real. I just went to go pull out about $80,000 out of my home equity. Okay, my house is valued pretty good, and I get, oh, you can pull out your home equity. When I finally go to do it, and they hear my voice and who I am, it's a fucking problem. And y'all say, oh, how you know? The first lady who I talked to was so fucking amazing. I was pre-approved, credit good, pulled my credit, everything perfect. We talked about everything. Got to the second level of it where we have to submit paperwork, and all of a sudden the person with the paperwork miscategorized my income and miscategorized my business status, which caused me to have an issue. And I had to figure this out, and I had to keep on talking to them and explaining to them, this is my business status, this is the situation, this is what was written, what is the problem. Finally got them to fix the issue, and then they found another issue. Basically, what they decided to do was take out half of my last year income and say, hey, since you're not going to work as a registered travel nurse no more, for this year, we're not going to consider that income. We're just going to consider your business income that you made last year. And that's going to be your total. And I said, you can't do that, because I worked 8 months out of the year as a traveler, and that where a significant amount of my income came in. Where is these rules and regulations? How could you take off half of my income, basically saying that because I'm not working it this year and I'm building up? I said, okay, let's do this. The money that you're calculating, I made it in 3 months. I made it in 3 to 4 months off of my business. So that is how it should be calculated. And guess what happened? After being pre-approved twice, I was denied to pull out of equity out of my home, and I had well over $100,000 in equity. So you tell me, is that not social control, or is that special? I went through the same thing when I went through my home loan. Same, something similar, but they miscategorized my income, gave me a hard ass time. I had to literally give my resume in to show them my resume as a travel nurse. And I knew it was like, okay, maybe because they needed to understand my income because it's so diverse, but the shit was out of hand. So for you to say that you don't see color, y'all don't see an issue, and guess what I cannot do right now? I can't go to the Consumer Protection Bureau right now and have them fight for me. So what I have to do is petition the company and say, hey, I need your guidelines, your underwriting policies, and what it has to do with this, so I can review it and see if they actually denied me based on the truth or denied me based on bullshit. because they kept trying to find a reason to deny me, and I kept coming back with facts and taxes and income, and they didn't like that. So for the people who say that you don't see color, which I live the color, and no matter how perfect my credit is or good it is, or no matter how hard I work, I can't go to the same places that some of you can go and get a home loan. I can't go and get a business loan. The business loans that's more susceptible for us is the ones that's already written for minorities. Give you another example. That's why it's good to do what we're doing on Friday. It's good to find out how to separate and understand what's going on. I did a business loan a couple of years ago, and I went to Capital One. Same situation and everything with the business, and I was denied the business loan a couple of years ago. But then I went to like a DEI incentive program for small businesses for black women, and I got the loan. And it helped me actually invest in my business, invest in property, and build assets. That was one of the ways that I was able to get assets through this loan. That is how most of these businesses build assets, through loans. If you do the real research on Elon Musk, the jigger is poor. He don't have cash assets. Most of us don't have cash assets because it's only nothing about 3% to 4% of actual cash paper money that is circulating around the United States. The rest is called fractional reserve banking, and that's located on the computer. That's located on fudging on numbers. So the people who you do believe that is all rich and everything like that, they don't have much. When you look, when it comes to Elon, his Tesla stock is in the fucking hole, and it's getting worse and worse. So you guys keep doing what you're doing because it is making a foot. Don't let them lie to you and fill you with the propaganda. Keep on not participating. Keep on not buying those dangerous ass Teslas that's allegedly crashing into things, and they're trying to figure out if it's the driver or it's the car. For me, the Tesla situation was over when two teenagers out here in Georgia coming from Prime crashed directly right under a semi truck, directly under it, and no indication that they were drinking or driving crazy or anything. They left that story in the hole. Keep on doing what you do. Friday is very important, and every day after that is very important, because once you stop participating and you take your money out of systems and you take your attention away from things, the shit collapse, especially if they not of God. Okay? Only things of God will make it through the fire. I'm just gonna keep it real. I say that because I went through the fire with this platform, and I know God got me. So with that goes to say, I just wanted to, have a little talk with y'all. We're going to keep the conversation elevated. We bring the mess sometimes, but that's not going to happen. We have to stay focused. There's a big fight. This time, instead of Trump actually giving us incentive or have that subliminal incentive to start business, now I think the subliminal incentive is that we're going to have to do everything that we could do to survive as people and thrive and come together. Because what he's doing and Elon is doing is separating the rich and the poor right now. He is separating the rich and the poor right now, and you don't realize it. So don't get mad at black people because we got to get together. We do. Because usually when y'all make y'all forums, other nations, we are not included. You say we are, but it's a scattered amount of us. And if we say anything about our color, about the way we feel, about our hardships, then you're mad. You don't want us to talk about that. This is not the platform for it. Controlling our strive, controlling our tone of talking. And that's why we have to create our own platform. Give you another example. I'm a legal nursing consultant. It was very hard for me to even break into legal nursing consulting. You know why? Because when I went to all these platforms, it was all Caucasian women. It was all Caucasian people. So when we would talk and try to intertwine in the platforms and the forum, they would ignore us. They won't even conversate. They will call and say, hey, we need legal nursing consultant that is good in med surg, and all of the both. If I respond, no response. all the time. Black, white people, white. So stop getting mad because we want to create our own. We say it loudly while other nations do it quietly. Okay? That is their difference. Someone say, well, if I said I wanted an all-white something, it'll be a problem. It's a lot of organizations that's pretty much all white. And if it wasn't for DEI, you wouldn't even have a taste of pepper up in there. And we can't do shit but just let it go and still work for y'all and still buy from y'all. So that's one thing that's not going to happen here. I'm not going to let y'all downgrade who we are as a people, as this color they call us as black, because I know our ethnicity, I know our grace, I know our holiness and our connection to God. And I think that's the reason why you want us to forget our lineage, because our lineage as black people, even Ham, who is African, and Shem is us, we the Semitic, and Japheth is like the Arabs and them. All of it goes back to the Bible. It is there, but they don't want us to pay attention. No, color means nothing. No, your nationality means nothing. No, your diversity means nothing. So you won't connect to who you are, your greatness. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're going. So what y'all doing, keep on doing. Don't let no one talk y'all down and say it's not a color thing. Because even to this day, my stepsister has a white husband, Nick. Now he a white Rasta. That's what the hell, he ain't shit but a Rasta. But I love Nick. Also, my uncle daddy, he has a white girlfriend, and it's funny because we talked about it. And he's finding his roots in Hebrew, being a Hebrew. And he like, yo, what you think about this? I said, listen, at the end of the day, if you read the Bible, originally God didn't want us to interbreed with other nations. And that was more so of a spiritual thing, a genetic thing, and a culture thing. But I said, when you move on into the Bible, it's the Old Testament and the New Testament, because we didn't live up to the expectations as his nation, he want everybody. He opened it up to a multicultural cloak. And that cloak has to be divinely embedded with his love for Jesus Christ and know the word. So if she got it, she part of the body of Christ. I don't give a damn, because you done dated black girls that was a hot damn mess. All types of people that. So it's when you say I can say, I'm not going to say color. Color doesn't matter, but it exists. Because if I ever go around her and she had things in her culture that she had to teach me, I'd probably be like, white girl magic, made out like a bandit. Y'all can't stand it. You don't know what I'll do. Have fun with them. But I love the coach. I love people coaching them, being them. But for you to put something on us and tell us to stop, you lost your damn mind, and it's not going to stop, because God people has awoken, and we will fight to the end. We will not let them destroy this planet by way of their banking wars, by way of each administration comes in and find a reason for war, for issues, for more spending. Do you not see that? It's a systematic issue. It's not a Democrat or a Republican issue. It's a systematic issue, and we're not in control of it, and we're not part of the club. You could pretend that you're part of the club, kiss ass to try to be part of a club, and think you're going to get a job when your person get in there, but no. And it's so funny. Look, y'all, I pulled up behind a pickup truck. You ain't nothing but the devil. We have to get off. And he got 3 skeletons behind it. Ain't nothing but the devil. And one of the skeletons got their middle finger up. This is a bad, bad world. This is what we represent. Yo, I wish I could show y'all. And it looked like the skeleton following me like, fuck you, girl. I'm sorry. I got distracted. This is, okay, so freedom of expression for demonic shit, but we don't have freedom of expression for our culture. That is funny. So with that goes to say, I hope I said a lot, or a little bit, or enough to get the conversation started, or enough to get you thinking. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi, just hearing my thoughts. We're going to continue this conversation. You know what we do. And I'm going to see y'all in a couple of hours, because we're going to get to Dante Johnson. the first person who was killed by Officer Perez and was shot in the back. Yeah, but we're going to really have to talk about that because that goes deeper. It goes deeper than just Officer Perez action. It actually goes deep as the courts and us as the people, because we played a part in that case. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi. And yeah, get this work, because we got to have these high power conversations and really think about what it really is and stop playing with each other, because that them against us is the rich against the poor. But don't discredit that everybody culture, their life, their way of being and thinking and eating, because I love their food, is important. Okay? Because if we don't have the diversity, we have the damn Little House in the Prairie or the Twilight Zone that Elon and Trump is trying to create right now. So I love you guys. Gotta go.